You guys have them out? All your notes. What's that? Looks like that. Yeah, it was kind of a small one. We got all those work formulas down there. Yeah, one thing I might encourage you guys, 8.1 through 8.6, get those all in order. Have them ready for tomorrow, note-wise, tomorrow, I think. Hey, tell me if this is exactly what you have in front of you. Please, 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 I've got the right one. Yes. Is the first one 8x plus 2 for you guys? Yep. Okay. You can look over there. If not, I can get you somewhere. We can run a copy of somebody's. So, okay. Hey, I want to get started here, guys. Chapter 8 study guide. So tests will look pretty similar to this tomorrow. You guys will know that. You've seen it in here before. What section am I telling you to look at? First page. 8.1. So I'll talk. Let's roll through these here. Make sure that we're good. Guys, slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b is what this first page is all about. We spent a lot of time about this, so I would think that most of this should just roll right off your tongue. If not, you've got good notes, hopefully. Slope in the first equation, y equals 8x plus 2. Show of hands, please. Lane. How much? Yeah, and 8x plus 2, I want to know what the slope is. Slope is 8. What's that make the y-intercept, kiddos? 2. Okay? You guys recognize those forms? Slope-intercept form, what variable is all alone right here? Y. Slope's always next to the, this here is my slope, right? This is the slope. B is your y-intercept, isn't it? Okay, show of hands on the next one. What's the slope in the next one? Be careful. Negative, yep. Negative 73 means the y-intercept is what? Because I could write this as negative 73x plus what, guys? Same thing. Okay? So the y-intercept would be 9. Check the next one. Slope. And the intercept. Be careful on my intercept here. Intercept is 0. This is like negative 0.67x plus what, kiddos? Okay. What's the slope then?
Negative 0.67.
And what's the intercept? 0. Okay. 6 easy points there tomorrow, right? Okay. 6 easy points right there. Okay. So you should make sure you know what you're doing there. Guys, describe to me how to do the next one. And I should get rulers going around here quickly. So if you have a ruler on your table, great. If you don't, take these and pass them and move them on for me. Yeah. Okay. Slope-intercept form, how do I go?
You got to start at 1, 2, start at 2.
Start at what?
2.
Right there? Boom.
That's 2, yeah.
And then what, Colton?
Down 3, 1, 2, 3.
From which point?
2.
So from my y-intercept that we started at, come down 3 units, count down 1, 2, 3, and then run to the right.
4.
And draw that point.
Yeah.
And then once I've got those 2 points plotted, what's my job?
Draw a line.
Draw a line. Make sure you extend your line all the way across the coordinate plane for me, please. So it's going to look like this. Would you guys buy that?
Yeah.
So far, so good?
Yeah.
Questions about what we're doing there so far? Okay. Hey. You guys okay with this? You guys okay with number 4? Number 5 says find the slope and the y-intercept and write an equation in the following graph. Again, everything's slope-intercept form in this page. I think I've highlighted these 2 points right here and here for you, right? Guys, help me out. These are the 2 points I've highlighted. First of all, is my slope going to be positive or negative?
Positive.
You're positive, it's uphill, right? Work left to right. How about my rise in this, guys? 3, and your run? So I can call my slope 1 over what? How about your y-intercept? Where's it cross the y-axis at? What is this value right here? You know, I'm going to stop right there. You guys agree with the values that I've gotten on the slope and the y-intercept? Okay, so how about an equation in slope-intercept form now?
Y equals 2 over 2x plus 4.
Y equals
2 over 3 over 2x
3 over 2x.
minus 4.
Bree, I think you said plus 4, right?
Yeah.
You agree minus 4?
Oh yeah.
Because we're below the origin, right? Okay, so I want minus 4. Okay. Guys, slope-intercept form. Anything there we haven't discussed a lot in this chapter? No. I mean, easy points on that first page, right? Any reason to miss anything on the first page? No. That's the wrong. That's not your class.
Yeah.
I'll find you some, okay? All right. Hey, take a look at the second page with me, kiddos. Take a look at the top here.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. All of a sudden you're in section what?
Oh my.
8 point what? 2. I think that maybe I'll make the note up top here on 8.2 because there were really 3 important formulas there on 8.2, weren't they? They're, first of all, this is all about standard form, which standard form takes on the form AX plus BY plus BY equals C in this form. And we had some formulas for slope. X-intercept and what? So let's write those formulas down. First of all, the slope is the opposite of, what was my x-intercept?
C over A.
And what was the y-intercept?
C over B.
Okay. Hopefully we have those memorized by now. What do they ask you to do in problems 6 through?
Rewrite each equation in slope-intercept form.
Okay, rewrite each equation in slope-intercept form. Okay. Mx plus b form, right? So I got to find a value for m and a value for b. We need the slope and we need the y-intercept. Don't we use these formulas up here to find my slope? Okay, so let's do that quickly. First of all, let's just identify our A, B, C values in this first example. What is A in number 6?
4.
What's your B value?
3.5.
And C is
12.
12. Okay. If I can find a slope, which intercept do I want for this? Y-intercept or X-intercept?
5.
Mx plus b form is slope-intercept form, y-intercept, okay? So let's roll on this. Slope, what over what, kiddos?
Negative 4 over 3.
Negative 4 over 3, right?
Negative 1.3 repeating.
And I'm just going to leave it as a fraction then, if it gets to be ugly like that. Is that okay? If you want to call it negative 1.3 repeating, that's fine. But we can leave slopes as a fraction if we want, can't we? You guys okay with that? Bunch of y-intercept, what over what?
12 over 3.
12 over 3, which is what value?
4.
Okay, have I identified the slope here, kiddos? Have I identified the y-intercept? So in slope-intercept form, what's this going to look like? Y equals what?
Negative 4 over 3 x plus 4.
A lot of you guys get in the habit of doing a great job at this, but then you write this in slope-intercept form. Guess which variable you forget so often?
X.
Okay, try not to forget that tomorrow, okay? So negative 4 over 3x, this is my slope from this, plus what? Okay. Can I show you something right now tomorrow? Or for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Jump into your Desmos, kiddos. Now again, all I've done is taken this function and rewrite it in slope-intercept form. You agree that standard form and slope-intercept form both form a line, right?
Okay.
If I've done this correctly, my graph should be the Same line. So you might make a note up here, say when I'm done with this, check this with decimals. You'll know you're right, won't you? So I'm going to jump in here, and in decimals, I want you to type in the original equation. If it ever goes, there we go. Okay. So what I'm choosing to look at here is the following. I'm going to go ahead and in this right here put in, I don't know. What was the original equation? 4x plus
3y equals 12.
4x plus 3y equals 12. So I'm going to type that in. Four x plus 3y equals 12. That gets me that, right? Now, if I've done the slope-intercept form correctly with this, what should happen with the second line?
I should.
Should fall right on there, shouldn't it? What do we get for a solution? Y equals what?
4 with -4 with 3.
So I'm going to type this in as -4 divided by what? 3. Make sure I cursor this over. Whoops, I screwed up, didn't I? Help me, help me. Y equals, that's what I need, right? -4 divided by 3. Cursor over, get the x to the side. You guys agree so far?
Yeah.
And then what? Plus 4, is that what we had? Red line just became a what?
Blue.
Blue line. Is it right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I might make a note up here in your notes to say, hey, when you do these, if I put down here, check with what? Do you understand what I'm saying right there? Okay, once you've got it, check with decimals. I guess what I'd like to offer up here is number 7. I'd like you guys to go ahead and try and see what you get for number 7 quickly. So again, same idea. You're looking for the slope. You're looking for the y-intercept to rewrite these in slope-intercept form. Go ahead and just do just 7 right now, okay? And then we'll see if we can't confirm this on the calculator. Who's got any answers for me? Hannah, help me out. First of all, what's the slope? How'd you get 6? So I'm just going to write it numerically. Slope would have been opposite of A over B. So 6 over, I don't see a B value. Okay, slope is 6. How about the y-intercept?
-20.
-24 divided by 1, right? So that's -24, right? I'm just out of curiosity. How many of you guys typed in the original equation? And then how many in the second cell typed in what you got in slope-intercept form to confirm if you were right or wrong? How many of you guys sitting out there right now that did that know that you're right? How many of you know you're right? Okay. you know, I wish I could take a test back in the day and say, I wish I could have a tool that would prove to me that I'm right. And you guys have that in front of you, right? You have the option to check to know if you're right or not. What did you guys get for an equation here?
Y equals 6 over 1 minus 24.
I could just call it 6 over 1, just 6x, couldn't I? How many have 6x minus 24? Okay. You guys good on that? You guys good on that one? Okay. I'll leave number 8 for you to do here. I want you to change this for me, kiddos. Take that negative, I'm sorry, take that half x out. Call this a 2x, all right? So I think I feel pretty good about those right there. All right? Feel pretty good about those. Now, guys, same thing. Same thing, 9, 10, and 11. We're still in section 8.2. What are they asking you to find? X and Y intercepts of each. Okay, don't we have formulas for these?
Yes.
Guys, how many easy points are laying right there if you just do simple division? 6 of them, right? 6 of them. How do you find the x-intercept right here, guys?
So divided by
So what divided by what?
divided by
Negative
wait,
15
negative 15
Negative 15 divided
divided by 5.
by 5 right here, right? Which is what?
Negative 3.
Guys agree? What's your rule for y-intercept?
C divided by 3.
Negative 15 divided by what then?
Negative 3.
What do you get?
5.
Boom.
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 Boom, boom.
Boom. Boom. Boom. Bang, 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 bang.
I think someday, just to throw these 2 classrooms off, we should start singing a song.
Can we should just
Should we sing like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star? And see
Yeah,
what-
let's
we'll do it at the end of this
Let's just
hour,
do
okay?
Oh,
Sound good?
Yes.
okay.
I don't know if I know all the words though, that's the problem.
We can bring up lyrics.
We can bring up lyrics. Okay. Yeah, we'll put them on the board, right? Yeah.
Yeah, get the music video.
All right. Hey,
So funny.
I don't like this problem right here because there's a.
Fraction.
Might want to change this to what?
So
Decimal.
5.
Okay. I'm gonna call this 0.75x right here. So real quickly, let me pull my calculator here. Guys, x-intercept. Not so worried about the value, but what over what for this? What divided by what?
8 divided by
8 divided by what?
8. Negative 7.75.
0.75, right? What do you guys get?
10.6.
10.6 repeating, right? Or 10 2/3, if you will. How about your y-intercept? What divided by what? 8 divided by negative 4, which is what?
Negative 2.
Next one. X-intercept. Raise your hand, please. X-intercept. Raise your hand, please. 1 person knows. 2 people know. 3 people know. Kyle, what is it? Negative 8? Okay, very good. How'd you get that? Perfect. Y-intercept.
Negative 6.
Very good, Mariah. Guys, section 8.2, do you feel good about what's up there? Can you take stuff from standard form and put it in slope-intercept form? Well, yeah, the idea was find the slope, find the y-intercept by these formulas up here, right? Write your equation in slope-intercept form. I made the suggestion that when you're done with it, do what? Put the initial equation in standard form, put your new one in. If you've done it correctly, what should happen? They should fall on top of each other, okay? Formulas for x and y intercepts. Are we good there?
Yeah.
Ian, feel good about this, all right? Section 8.3, I'm guessing section 8.3 is about vertical and horizontal lines, right? Okay, are you in your 8.3 notes? Are you in your 8.3 notes? Describe to me how to graph x equals 4. First of all, which axis am I going to cross? At what value?
4.
This is saying get on the x-axis, go to 4, and draw a line that crosses the x-axis. So I'm going to jump over to 1, 2, 3, 4 on the x. You guys agree with my point? Okay, so how about my line through that? Vertical or horizontal? We go vertical. It's got to cross the x-axis at 4. Or in other words, every x value that's pointed on that line, whoops, every x value is 4. You guys agree this is a point 4 comma 1, right 4 up 1? 4 comma 2, 4 comma 3, 4 comma 4, 4 comma 5.
Yeah.
Each point started with what value? 4. Is that the x value being 4 or the y value being 4? The x value, right? Okay. So what's this saying about y equals negative 3 then? Where am I starting? Perfect. You guys got this. You know this stuff.
Horizontal line.
Across the y, so horizontal, right, John? All right, there it is. Okay, things we need to remember. What kind of slope is a vertical line here? Undefined or 0?
Undefined.
Horizontal lines, undefined or 0? Okay, so as I read number 14 there, write an equation for a line with, oh my goodness, there's that thing again. 0 slope. 0 slope. Will 0 slope correspond to a horizontal line or a vertical line?
Horizontal.
It's going to look like this, right? Which implies it's going to start out y equals some number, right? You have to pass through the point 3 comma what? Okay, in that point, what is the y value? So I have to say y equals what there? Okay. You guys okay with that? Whoops. Y equals 7. Okay. Second page of the test. How you feel? Again, this is a major test tomorrow. I cannot tell you, I'm not trying to stress you out, but I can't stress enough how important tomorrow's test is in terms of your trimester grade. Okay? Huge. Mega huge.
Like,
Megatron squared to the third. Huge. To infinity and beyond. Okay? Huge.
a little bit.
Okay, so make sure you're ready for this. You guys feeling pretty good so far?
Like a smart
I
card.
can't hear you.
Yes.
I still can't hear you.
Ah, Captain.
Let's get a breakdown.
What? Okay. Oh, guess what? Instead of a 0 slope, I might come back and also talk about a little bit about
Undefined.
well, it's the undefined slope. Up and down crosses which axis? X. What's the x value in your point right here? X equals what?
I've learned so much today.
Holy cow. Good there?
Yep.
If there's a section that I think is most difficult, I think it's section 8.4. And I think I said that during the notes as we proceeded through the chapter. I said, I think this is the most difficult stuff.
So only a few questions for 8.4.
Guys, this point right here, this is the part right here where we write an equation for the line with the following properties. 2 cases. Case 1, you might have 2 points given to you. You can write an equation if you have 2 points. Okay? Or case 2. I might say that might be the case right here in case 2 where you have a slope and a point. Either way, the only way you can do this is under the following cases. You know 2 points, or you know a point and its slope. I will tell you in section 8.4, and you might want to jot this down. Section 8.4, write an equation for the line of following properties. I want your form to be y equals mx plus b. All right, in these problems right here, find your slope first. First, find your slope. Secondly, then, find your y-intercept. Okay? Now in 16, I provided you with graph. All right? Maybe you can determine some stuff off of that. But I'm going to go ahead and plot these points first. What's the first point my line passes through?
Negative 2,
Negative 2 comma 2. So left 2 and up 2, right? How about your next point?
2, negative 4.
Yeah, so it looks like I've got to run right. How many units?
2,
2 and down what?
4.
4. Right 2. Down 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now guys, in the past in decimals, it looks like we've gone ahead and punched that stuff in. And now what I need to do is draw a line between these here. Or first thing I really need to do is find the slope, don't I? Working left to right, slope going to be positive or negative? Okay, so help me with the rise and the run. As I've plotted these 2 points, what's your rise?
-6.
-6. How about your run distance?
4.
So my slope right here is going to equal -6 over 4 or what? Okay. So I already know the slope's -3 over 2, right guys?
Mm-hmm.
So down here I'm going to write down y equals -3 over 2x. Now the fact that the graph is here, and typically I would say plug in a point, but what I could choose to do, you guys have your rulers? You guys have your rulers? One thing you could potentially do is just draw a line now between those. And when I do that, do I appear to have a pretty good y-intercept value right here? What's it look like? -1. Okay. I want to show you something here quickly. What did you say the slope was originally? -6 over what? 4. Well, if it was -6 over 4 right here, one thing I could choose to do is go to the simplified version. And watch this real quickly. My simplified version of slope is -3 over 2, which means I can come down 3 and over 2 and still be on the line, right?
Yeah.
Watch me come down 3 units right here. 1, 2, oops, I didn't want to do that. I'm sorry. This is what I wanted to do. Wanted to come down 3, 1, 2, 3, whoops, and then go to the right 2. Oh, interesting, because when I go right or down 3 and right 2, doesn't that put me right on the y-axis?
Yeah.
What's that value down here where that line crosses it?
-1.
Has to be -1. Okay. So minus what? 1. Okay. Guys good there?
Mm-hmm.
Good there? Okay. Number 17 then. Number 17. So your slope is what? -1/4, and it passes through the point what?
Okay.
So I have a slope and its point. So if I have a slope and a point, do I have an equation or not?
Yes.
Yep, case 2 right here, right? Okay, first thing I need to find is what, kiddos? Slope. So I know the slope is what value here? It's -1 count. We're -1/4. So I'm going to write down y equals -1/4 x to start, right? Because we already know the slope, don't we?
Yeah.
So here's the work with it. Here's the work with it. I'm going to say y equals -1/4 x plus b. So that being said, your job now is to take this point right here, 8, 24, and plug that in. Okay, that's a point, x, y, right? Okay, boom, and boom. What's going in for y, kiddos?
24.
24, so help me out. I'm not very good at math. 24 equals -1/4 as part of my slope. What's the x value I'm going to insert given the point? 8 plus b. All right. Got some calculating to do here. -1 times 8, what is it? -8, and then -8 divided by 4 is -2. How are you going to solve for b, or your y-intercept, if you will?
Add 2.
Add 2. What's your y-intercept?
26.
26. So your b value is 26. So what am I going to put here?
Plus 26.
-1/4 x plus 26. Hey, that one right there, I felt pretty good about. Because I got a graph up there. This one, not so sure. What might you want to do? Let's run to it quick. Okay. I'm going to go take a seat quickly. What was the equation we came up with?
Y equals -1/4 x plus 26.
Through which point, Brianna? 8, 24?
Yeah.
If I've done this correctly, shouldn't that point lie on the line? Well, I don't see anything, so you'll have to zoom out a bit, won't you? Keep zooming. Oh, wow. Check it out. Worked, didn't it? Guys happy with that? Okay. I think my favorite problem on the test is the next one. All I'm telling you is it passes through a point. Is there enough information? Only have 1 point, right? Do you have a point and its slope? No. Do you have 2 points? No. Is there enough information here?
No.
N-E-I.
Not enough information. Okay. Page 3. Are we good on page 3?
Can we use this on our test?
No. That was a stern no.
I'll bring you some candy.
Study it. Be ready.
Study is starting now.
Hey, everything that's on a test is in your notes somewhere. Everything's on a test is in your notes somewhere. Okay. All right, guys. Section 8.5, systems of equations. We're looking for the point where the lines do what? Intersect, right? Check it out, guys. Graph the system, estimate the solution, and substitute to see if it's correct. Substitute to see if it's correct. Here's what we're doing. 2x minus 5. Graphs just be okay, or do they have to be perfect here?
Perfect.
Be perfect here. Help me out, kiddos. That looks like perfect. Perfect. I'm perfect. Get it? Perfect.
Yes.
Sort of funny.
It was funny.
Sorta. So it's not funny.
No,
Okay.
it's funny.
All right. Hey, what's the y-intercept on the first equation? Again, we're back to slope-intercept form. Y-intercept. Help me out. Down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many of you are so far ahead of me that you already have the answer?
Me.
What is the answer, Kyle?
Actually,
Okay. What's your rise and run then, kiddos?
It's 3, 1.
3, 1. We'll see. Check it out. Rise 2, run 1, right? Rise 2, run 1. This is the one where you continue to go. Do I really need to draw a line or just look for the 1 point that gets plotted twice?
Let's look for the 1 point that gets plotted twice.
All right, so I've done a pretty good job on my first line, 2x minus 5, haven't I?
Yes.
So let's change the color for the second one. Where am I starting on the second one?
10.
So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 right here, way up here. What's the slope?
-3.
So describe to me what I'm doing.
Go down 3 over 1.
Down 3, right 1. Whoa, not there. There.
Whoa.
Down 3 over 1. Boom. Down 3 over. Oh, low. Whew. What do we find? What's the coordinate? How far right?
3,
Up
1.
1.
Why does it
Okay.
say estimated?
I'll show you what this means. So the first thing is this. The estimated solution is 3, 1. We think that the solution to that system that was graphed up there is 3, 1, because that's the point where the lines do what? Cross, right? Ah, how do I know I'm right? Well, here's the deal. You're going to take your 2 equations right up here, and you're basically going to plug in your x and y values and show that it's true. So everywhere where there's an x up there, what value are you going to plug in based on your solution? 3. And on y values, what are you showing in? Check it out. First equation, y. What are you putting in?
1.
1 equals 2 times what? 2 times 3 minus 5, right? Is that true or false? Well, I don't know. What's 2 times 3? 6 minus 5. Make 1? True that then, right? Works here, didn't it?
True that.
Second equation. What are you plugging in for y? 1 equals -3 times what? What's going on for the x up here? -3 times 3 plus what? I'm not the greatest here, but what's -3 times 3? -9. -9 plus 10? +1. Whoa, that 1 point made how many of those equations true? Right?
Yes. No.
All I did is take this point, plug it in for x and y up here in each equation. First equation, what'd you put in for y right here?
1.
I put in a 1. 1 is equal to 2 times, what's the x value I put in? 3. Minus 5. Is that a true statement or false statement?
I see what you did.
It's true, isn't it? Okay? It's true, right? So it says, is your estimate the correct solution to the system? Well, both of them were true when I plugged that point in for each equation. So you're going to say,
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
Okay there? Last page, I think.
Yes.
No, there's one more.
Yeah, last page. We're not doing the very, very last page. This will be the last one I talk about today. Okay? Hey, first of all, inequality here. Is the y positive or negative? Positive, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Y positive, good. You might want to write that. You want positive Y's. Okay? If this Y would be negative, what would you do with that sign? Switch the direction. Okay. Graph the inequality. Y less than 3x minus 2. First of all, solid line or dotted line? Dotted. What's the Y-intercept? -2. What's the slope?
3.
So I'll draw a dotted line through those points. I think I'll draw a dotted line. I'll try to draw a dotted line. I've got a dotted line. I can make dotted lines. Ooh. Oh, it's a pretty green line. Christmassy line. It's a Christmassy line. Kiddos, graph the inequality. Listen to what I say. Y is already positive. So when I say Y is less than 2x minus, I'm sorry, 3x minus 2.
Jeez, Izzy.
Well, what was the word? What was the word?
Less.
Less. Okay, look. Where's less than that line?
Underneath it.
Underneath it. So to the left or to the right, basically.
Right.
There are your solutions.
Squiggle, 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 squiggle.
There you go.
Can we turn off practice day?
Okay.
Have you ever had workers really bad?
Kiddos, what questions have you got? We're not doing anything beyond.
Cross out.
I cannot stress to you enough how important tomorrow is. You have an option tonight. You have an option to leave this in your locker, not paying attention to it, come here and say, eh. Or you have an option to look at this, be prepared, understand what's coming for tomorrow, and be ready. This test is major, major, major on your third trimester grade. Okay? I don't think I've stressed that enough, have I?
No.
This test tomorrow is major, major, major on your third trimester grade.
Carson,
Make
We're
sense?
gonna see.
Mr. Carson,
Yes.
pretty much like this one.
What's been true of study guides and tests in here this year?
They're pretty much the
They look a lot alike, don't they? Yes. Same thing tomorrow. You're just going to see different values, okay? Make sense, Kyle? Good question. Any others? Yeah. When do you want to do it? Before you leave or after you get back? What's that? I know. What you want? Hey, by the way, when's practice 64 due? Okay.